Hello, my name is Edward and we will be making dragon's beard today. This recipe ties to the Human Services Academy, specifically culinary. Dragon's beard is this simple hand-pulled candy floss similar to cotton candy. Dragon's beard is easy to make and it only requires some ingredients you might already have in your kitchen. This dish may seem challenging, but if you get the sugar to the right temperature and follow instructions, you will be able to make it on your first try. Okay, this is what you will need: water, sugar, vinegar, and some flavoring. Okay, I got some jello here. I have the blue jello and the green jello. I got berry blue and lime. I also have some food coloring. I use these jello packets for flavoring because it works for me, and you could use any other flavoring like fresh fruit or any type of extract, or you can skip the whole flavoring and just go with plain sugar for this recipe. This is also my first time trying this, so let's see how it goes. Some cornstarch and a candy thermometer. I got this from Walmart and you can use any thermometer as long as it goes to 250 Fahrenheit. Some measuring cups, spoons, and a pot. You will need a 3/4 cup of water and a 2.5 cups of sugar. A half cup of corn syrup. I used the light corn syrup. And 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Make sure you have measuring spoons so you can measure out the vinegar and your flavoring. Okay, all we have to do is heat it up on the stove and put it to 250. That's why you need a thermometer that goes up to 250. I'm gonna pour out some jello in a tablespoon. Make sure you have measuring spoons as well, the teaspoon, tablespoons, because you'll need that. And yeah, I just placed it in a bowl, and I also have this cornflower blue food coloring, and I added that to the mixture. I don't know how much measurement, but you could do any measurement you want, but the flavoring, I just put 1 tablespoon. Okay, now that we have our flavorings and colorings inside, be sure to leave it until it goes to 250. Do not mix the mixture. Do not mix it. I cannot stress this enough, or else you will have crystals, and nobody wants crystals. So be sure to leave it until it reaches to 250. But if it boils over, that means that your pot is too small and you might need to get a bigger pot. So okay, we have some of the finished sugar syrup here. You will know that you're done when you take some sugar syrup and put it in a glass of ice water. This is ice and water in a mug, mostly ice, and after you dip it in and take it out, you will see that it holds its shape, and also it's not as hard as rock candy. It's actually very pliable still, and yeah, if it's too hard, then it will not work when you stretch it out later. You will also need cornstarch. I put cornstarch in a bowl so I can take it out later and stretch it out. Anyways, we're basically done. If you can manage to get the syrup inside the mold or the bowl where you put the sugar in and cool it down, then it will work. But don't make the same mistake I did and wait for like 30 minutes to take it out, because it was hard for me to take out the sugar from there. So while it's like immediately poured in, it wasn't like this when I took it out. So you should pour your syrup in the cornstarch immediately after you take it off the heat and put it in the fridge for 1 hour so we could stretch it later. Okay, this is another portion of the syrup because the last batch was boiling over my small pot, so I had to divide it, and I'm getting it up to 250 again. It's over 250 because I wanted to make sure it was like stiff enough for me to stretch, because I wanted to make sure that the syrup won't fall apart when I stretch it later. In some cases, the syrup just doesn't stiff up, so yeah, putting it up to I say a maximum of 256. Anything higher than that will make it unable to stretch. Okay, I got this blister from the sugar boiling over, so if it boils over for you, just take it off the heat. It's not worth getting it to 250. Be cautious when working with heat. Okay, it's a beautiful morning, and I decided to make another batch of candy in case the last one didn't go well. So, as usual, we got ingredients: 2.5 cup of sugar, a half cup of corn syrup, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. I used white wine, I don't know the difference, and I used Jello. 1 tablespoon of lime Jello. I used this leaf green food coloring. I used 1/4 of a tablespoon of it and 3/4 cup of water, and I just let it sit there. So I'm gonna turn on the stove and heat it up to 250 Fahrenheit or 121 degrees Celsius. Cornstarch to keep the syrup from sticking to the bowl when we cool it down in the fridge. Okay, now I'm gonna go over the first question, which is the why, the purpose of the subject. Okay, the purpose of teaching people how to make dragon's beard or homemade cotton candy is to explain specific instructions like getting the sugar syrup at the right temperature, as well as providing strict rules, whether if it's for the recipe or for basic food safety. For example, be careful around hot syrup because it will burn you if it touches your skin. Another example is don't mix the ingredients or the mixture will crystallize. Let's see if it passes the ice water test. Okay, as soon as it passed the ice test, I was ready to pour it in the cornstarch. Wasn't gonna make the same mistake like last time where I waited to pour it in, and you see it's more liquefied now. Yeah, just put that in the fridge and we will move on to stretching it. Okay, the sugar syrup is ready and pliable. As you can see, I could hold it with my hand, and what people usually do, they make it into a ring and fold it over itself repeatedly, but all I do is just fold it over itself. I don't need to do the ring stuff, and as long as you have enough cornstarch and stretching it out, it will be good. As you can see, I have a lot of strands here, and yeah, just turn more lighter in color. I'm not sure if the cornstarch is gonna taste good with that, but cornstarch is needed to make it having more strands and stuff. So overall, this was a success. As a person doing this first time, I think I would improve on having the temperature just a little bit less, and having a more taller pot. And yeah, I want to work on not burning myself this time. So yeah, now we're moving on to the blue one. Okay, for this second ring, the blue one, the berry blue one, I decided to do a ring. It's the traditional way. You usually get the ring and then making it stretched out to make a more bigger ring with your two hands and folding it over itself. So that's what I did because the blue one is more pliable than the green one. I heated the green one for too long, and yeah, the blue one is overall better for me. So okay, I feel like the ring method is not necessary, when you're like stretching and then folding the ring over itself. I don't think that's necessary. The only thing that matters is that your sugar syrup is pliable enough for you to work with. Just like this blue one. This blue one was super soft, and I managed to do that without using, the ring folding technique. So all I did was just stretch it out and then put it back over and then stretching it out. Okay, I'm gonna answer the second question. Did you write captions or use audio or both to explain how to project? Explain. So, the audio, I just used this audio. I did a voiceover, and this is the voiceover. I didn't do captions. I think I'm gonna do captions later. I didn't think it was required though. So yeah, this is the final product, and we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna try some of these. The dragon's beard candy, and this is what it looks like. I tried my best. Like I said, this is my first time, so let's give this a try. Some of it is sticking together, so I'm gonna try the lime first. Hear that crunch? Taste. I think I like the berry one better. This is a berry flavor, the blue one. Let me just take this out. It's hard to take out. Yeah, it's better. But make sure you eat this right away because see, just sticks to the plate. So this was basically the final product. But yeah, make sure you eat it more like right away, or else it will turn like, oh, actually this doesn't stick, but yeah, or at least keep it in room temperature. I think putting it in the fridge is a bad idea. And I used a whole like bag of sugar and a whole bag, like a whole what was that, can of cornstarch, like the entire one. So it wasn't worth it. So yeah, I'll try this again like later when I make more, or another flavor. I'm definitely getting the berry one. So okay, I'm gonna answer the third question. Did you enjoy doing this video or slideshow? Are you proud of it? That's a trick question. I am proud of it. I like doing this for the first time, and it was a fun experience. It was successful for me, and I think it's gonna be easy for people who try to do this and take it upon themselves to do this dragon's beard thing. So, on the other hand, did you enjoy doing this video or slideshow? Yes and no. Let me explain. I enjoyed eating it. I enjoyed eating it. Okay, so here's the thing. I went to Walmart and me and my mom paid, and it was worth $100. Plus, it was late. I bought all of it after the due date, and overall, I think my mom was mad at me. I think she's gonna beat me later, but anyways, overall, I enjoyed making it. I did not enjoy the troubles it cost me, including spending a lot of money and doing a lot of stuff. I also, not to mention, I did this all in one night and the next morning as well. So one night and one morning. So I didn't have sleep that time. So overall, kind of. And which of the following resources did you use? I'm gonna answer question 4. I used Cute Cut, what I'm using right now. It's an app, Cute Cut Pro. It costs, I think it was $6.99. I'm not sure, but I'm using that for my voiceover. But the rest, I just filmed. Oh, I also used iMovie to compile all the videos, and I put that into Cute Cut Pro and made this video. So yeah, did it help? Of course it did help. I'm done with the video, and yeah, so overall it was a success. And yep. Also, I spent an entire week like editing and doing all this stuff. It's so stressful, so that's another like flaw in this project. But anyways, fun experience, but behind the scenes, not so fun. So I'm gonna go to the next part, which is the final thing before I end the video. Okay, before we end things off, I just want to show you a quick life hack that's not going to take you more than 2 minutes to prepare. Now, have you made dragon's beard and you don't know what to do with your pots, pans, utensils, and apparently thermometer? That thermometer is definitely broken. Anyways, you're going to want to take out all your spoons and stuff and just leave the pan. And that sugar is going to be hard to come off. So how are you going to do that? Take some water, fill that up with water. We're gonna remove all the sugar from the bottom so you don't have to do all the scrubbing and all the hard work. Just let the pot do the hard work for you. And take that and put it on the stove because we're gonna heat up the sugar again. And sugar dissolves in water, so it's gonna be very easy for you to just sit back and let it clean itself. And this is after it was boiling and I poured it out in the sink. And what's left is all the cornstarch I fed to the pot. And you see the difference? The top of the pot where the water never reached. Anyways, that was the life hack. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, this was a fun experience. Goodbye.